opening position for breathing, any position you like. And then when we do our pranayama, our breathing exercises, also can be done seated or lying down. So you don't have to be sitting. Unless you're in danger of falling asleep, then find a more interesting position. Ujjayi breath, welcome but not required. As you practice listening to your breath and giving it space to get longer, deeper, more robust. Before we move into Viloma Pranayama, our breathing exercise, I just want you to tune into your root lock. So between the inhale and the exhale, you might gently engage the pelvic muscles, the pelvic floor, squeezing anus, genitals, and giving a little lift up. And then relaxing that when you're ready to breathe in or out. And it might be even more important as you tune into this area to practice the relaxation. Because we don't realize these muscles can be chronically tense or short because we spend a lot of time in furniture in sitting position. Just get a feel for waking this up, getting control and breath into this area. Now the breath exercise, we'll be taking 5 short little sips of breath, and between each sip, you'll engage your root lock. At the top, after 5, you'll hold the breath in once you're full of breath for about 5 to 10 seconds, about as long as you breathed in, engaging your root lock. And then you'll release that to breathe out slow with Ujjayi sound. So it's kind of like sip in, root lock, in, lock, in, lock, in, lock, in, lock to hold. Release the root lock and slowly exhale nose, as slow as your breath in was. We'll take 5 rounds of that. So was that clear? I feel like that was not good pranayama teaching. 5 little sips in, hold the breath, breathe out slow. There it is. Once you finish the round you're on, do one more complete round. Resume your normal breathing. Just check in how your mind, body, and energy feel. Just watching, no judgment. All right. Even if you did your pranayama lying down, now come on up to your seat. Move into a seated spinal twist with your right foot on the floor, right knee up. What you choose to do with left leg is up to you. It can be out straight, it can be tucked back behind the right foot. Twisting to your right, left hand or elbow to the right knee. Opening twist, so more for making lengthened spine than to try to grind your way around. Use your inhale to lengthen up from your two rounded sit bones. And then your exhale to continue to spiral up. One more breath here. Unwind. Straighten your right leg out. Left knee open out to the side. Turn your belly towards right thigh and bow over your leg. With an active foot, flexing the right foot and then pressing the ball mound forward to spread the foot bones, toe bones. If you need to keep a bend in the knee, that is completely fine. Maybe stick a rolled up towel or a cushion under there so you can focus on relaxing neck and jaw. Keep the neck, jaw relaxed as you walk your hands back in, pull your belly in. And pick the left foot up, left knee up. Right leg does whatever you did on first side for spinal twist. Right hand or elbow to left knee. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, just spiral up to the left. Take a breath. Exhale, release the twist. Straighten your left leg out. Right knee open. Bowing over the left leg. Foot stays active. Mulaband, tailbone, squeezing. Everything else can hang off that point. Engage down at your tail and low belly to bring you back up to straight spine. And lie down on your back. Abs, part one, elbow to knee with thigh traction. If you're not sure what I mean and need to watch a demo round, you can just stay seated for a moment or be in a comfortable position where you can see your screen without straining your neck. By thigh traction, we'll set up like we do for regular elbow to knee, clasping hands behind head and neck, lining knees up over pelvis like you're in a chair, starting with your head and shoulders off the mat, breathing your low back flat. Exhale, elbows to left thigh, right leg will straighten to sky. Here's the thigh traction. Right hand will take hold of the meat on the top of the right thigh. And as you breathe out again, drawing the right thigh bone up from the pelvic joint, keeping the pelvis grounded, pull your belly in. So just creating some space, a little juiciness in the joint, not actually trying to move bones out of joints. Cool? All right. Lying on your back, knees bent, feet active, hands fully support head and neck, so neck makes zero effort as you lift it off the mat. Inhale down into low back, press it flat. Exhale, reach both elbows to right thigh, straighten left leg to sky. Left hand takes hold of the left thigh, and as you breathe out again, draw the thigh up and pull your belly down. If your head neck requires both hands to stay back there, just use your mind to imagine drawing the left thigh up. Inhale, bend both knees. Come back to center. Keep the shoulders up. Press your low back flat. Exhale. Elbows left thigh, right leg straight. Take hold of your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Traction. A little bit of internal rotation. Knee turns into the left. Pull your belly down. Inhale, center. Bend your knees. Cradle your head and neck. Lift your shoulders off mat. Exhale, twist right. Straighten left leg to sky. Take hold of left thigh. And as you breathe out, draw the thigh bone up. Pull the left side low belly down. One more to each side. Go ahead on your own breath so you can really feel in. If you forget the breath choreography, you're just breathing, making space, engaging your abdominals. When you finish your round, head and shoulders down, feet down. We'll go right into Uddiyana Kriya. Palms against your thighs for a back traction. Big breath in, fills the belly, flares the ribs, lifts the heart. Empty out completely. Hold your breath out as you draw navel to spine, softening the belly as you pull it in, so you can draw it up into the rib cage, flare your ribs. Palms continue to press into thighs. When it's time to breathe, relax your belly and do that 1 or 2 more times on your own, emptying, filling up, emptying out of breath, and engaging Uddiyana while you're empty. When you're done with your rounds, hug your knees to your chest. Let's do a little PNF for the hip. Hold on to your right shin, your left foot on the floor. Firmly clasp your hands around the right shin. If you can't reach the towel or something that will hold on when you start pressing your shin into your hands. Active feet. Start pressing into hands. Arms might start to straighten, but resist with your arms. So you're firing up the leg muscles that would kick the leg out if your arms weren't so strong. Keep breathing. Take a really full breath up into the chest. And as you breathe out, stop pressing. Hug the knee in towards you. We'll do that one more time. Turn the leg on. Press shin into hands. Resist with your strong arms, but not so much with your teeth, jaw, or eyes. Belly will have to stay engaged, so feel the breath moving the rib cage. One more full inhale. And then exhale, relax the pressure, hug knee in, soft hip. Slip your hands behind your knee onto your hamstrings and do a little hamstring warm up. Straighten and bend the right leg with your breath. And if at some point you want to keep the right leg straight and send the stretch, your nourishing, spacious breath, you'll pause and do that. You can hold on anywhere behind the right leg except behind the knee. There's just too much that doesn't want pressure back there. Keep your tailbone down on the ground. Finish with the right leg straight if you're still pulsing. Bring your left hand to your hip and open right leg out to the side. I like to make a kickstand with my right arm, propping my elbow, resting my leg in my hand so my hips will still stay flat on the mat as I turn my toes, knee down towards the floor, opening up the inner thigh. Exhale, use your arms to bring the leg back to center. Hold the right knee in and change sides. Right foot on the floor, hold on to left shin. Adding our PNF, firmly clasping the middle of the shin so nothing actually kicks as you start pressing shin into hand. Ujjayi breathing, very helpful as the pressure starts to build here. One more slow Ujjayi breath in. Exhale, stop pressing, hug it in. And do that one more time on your own, turning the leg muscles on by pressing into hand. Take about 3 slow breaths. And then with your last exhale, you'll stop pressing and squeeze it in. Moving into your hamstring stretches when you're complete, holding on to the hamstrings as you bend and straighten the left leg, moving with breath. And if things start to feel elastic behind the leg, then less movement, more breath. Left leg straight or straight-ish. Right hand pins the right hip down, open left leg out to the side. Again. My tip is to prop it in the kickstand of left hand. If there's a better way for you to do this, if you're using a strap, that's fine. If you are using a strap, you might have to lift your left leg up 1 inch and then pin your right hip back down to find your true rotation. Then rather than try to get that leg down to floor, rotate it towards floor, the top of the thigh, the knee, the toes. Exhale, carry it back to center. Hug your left knee in. Hug your right knee in. Straddle, lifting through abdominals. Send your legs straight up to the sky, over your hips, and then open up into straddle. Hands interlaced behind head and neck. Once again, cradling the head, supporting neck with thumbs. Inhale, head and shoulders reach up to ceiling. Without swinging your legs, exhale, tip the tailbone up. Curl pubic bone and navel, draw navel to spine. Reach the legs long out to the sides rather than bring them towards shoulders. Keep them away. Set your tail down. Direct your breath into your low back. Lift the shoulders up a little more. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Draw navel down. Do 3 more like that on your own breath. When you set your tail down, breathe in so you can feel the low back open to your breath. And then exhale, use your low abdominals to curl pelvis up. And last round, set the tail down, set the head down. Hands outside of legs, help them back in. Find your way to all fours for dolphin prelude. From hands and knees, lower down onto your elbows and wrap hands around your upper arms. Halfway between the elbow and shoulder, we'll put the elbows right underneath the shoulder joint. Then clasp the hands in front of you. Walk your knees back a little bit so you can rest your head down on the mat, leaning your hips back, but keeping the hips high, like a down dog spine almost. Directing your breath into the back of the lungs. Lift your hands off the mat without letting the elbows go any wider. With your breath, feel for signs of life, of stretch, of movement in the tight, sometimes numb upper back. Softening it. You might be actively tucking the tail backwards using your mulaband to take the pressure off your head and neck. Lower the hands back down. Keep your head relaxed as you shift your weight forward and come into a tabletop. If you need to stay on your elbows for tabletop to protect your wrists, or if you have blocks, putting elbows on blocks are a good way to substitute your arms. That's fine. Whatever shape you choose. Long, straight spine, firm chest, lifting out of the shoulder joint, tail reaching back, drawing the belly in, the low ribs in. Reach your right arm forward, pointing thumb to sky. So your right shoulder blade is wrapping around your armpit. The chest is squared up to earth. You haven't dipped into left shoulder at all. Gaze down. Your neck is part of your lengthening spine. Optional. Simultaneously extend left leg back with active feet, and then draw the belly and ribs back in if they popped out. Or if you prefer, put your right hand down, then straighten the left leg back, working one limb at a time. Pulling belly in, finding your center, and then extending the limbs from your center for one more in-breath. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Wag your tail or rest your wrists. Take a moment to fully flush out with breath. Firm up your tabletop for side number 2. Firm pecs, engaged core, left arm forward. Option to keep the left arm up as you reach right leg back or switch. As you pull the belly and ribs in, scoop them towards the back body. Get a lift away from ground, and then maybe keep that as you send your limbs a little higher, not your head, arm and leg. Hand down, knee down. Wiggle it out or take a resting pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. If you want to set your elbows or knees down, that is fine. Take a breath. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Dropping the hips in line with your shoulders, but not dropping, disengaging at your core. Keep the ribs in your belly in and your tail lengthening back. Lower down to your belly. Low cobra. Walk your hands forward. Pull the mat towards you to stretch your chest forward. Reach your tail in the opposite direction, lengthening out of low back. And soften the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. As always, you have permission to not do down dog. Do cats, cows, or find another way to stretch out your spine. If you watch your cats and dogs roll around, they'll give you plenty of ideas. Lunge, step your right foot forward, lower the back knee down. Fingers can stay on the mat or on hands as you draw your heart forward and drop your hips. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, knee down lunge. Of course, you can set your knees down first and then use your hands to help the left foot forward. That works great. Forward fold, take a breath. Exhale, step right foot up to meet the left and fold into your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. 3 half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. Once again, inhale, arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise. Exhale. We'll do 3 rounds of classical sun salutation. If at any point you want to stay with these half suns, skipping the lunges and chaturangas, or do cats and cows to move your spine with your breath, all of those options work just fine for moving the breath through the body. We'll begin together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, knee down lunge. Inhale, lift heart, maybe arms. Exhale, chaturanga. If it takes you more than 1 breath to lower down, that's fine. Keep breathing. Inhale, upward dog or any cobra variation. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, knee down lunge. Inhale, lift heart, maybe arms. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps forward. Relax your neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. right leg back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward. Right foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Again, inhale, arms. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Or you can wait for us in down dog. You technically only have to wait for one inhale and exhale. We're all in down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Come right back to the earth. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastitihi. That was 2 full rounds, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Do you get this as a breathing exercise? Inhale. Exhale. Left forward. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right forward. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Utkatasana, sit back into your chair. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down dog. If you'd like another chaturanga up dog, you have time. Warrior 1, right foot forward. Step the right foot up between your hands, spin the back heel down. Rise off your grounded feet. Arms, any position that invites the breath up into your heart. So if arms straight creates more shoulder tension, maybe you prefer the cactus arms, where you bend your elbows out to the sides. Or some of you are learning to press palms together as a way to, technically I think what this does is fatigue the upper back muscles, so they'll have to soften. So find a position for you. And then invite your breath up into chest, up into back of heart. Exhale, feel the tail sink down, connect to earth. Easy twisting warrior. Bring left hand down to the edge of your mat or put it on a block there. Spin onto the back toes. Twist to your right, right arm to thigh or to sky. Wide angled forward fold. Bring right hand down to left and walk your hands left. Turning the right toes in for a fancy transition into a wide stance, forward fold facing side of mat, with your feet parallel or even slightly pigeon-toed, toes in, heels out. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back to the right foot and lower down onto your belly. Half boat or Ardha Shalabhasana. Arms and legs straight, arms down alongside body, palms turned up. Backs of hands and feet will stay on the earth, gently pressing. Tuck your tail. Inhale, lift your chest up. Head will come up with the spine, but not lead it, so keep your chin in. Reach your tail back. Exhale, draw shoulder blades together by gently pressing hands against earth. One more breath. Exhale, rest down, or stretch it back in down dog or cat-cow. Warrior one, left foot forward. Choose the same arm position you chose for the right foot forward. If you can't remember, then turn on your breath and see what your body's asking for here. Easy twisting warrior. Right hand down to edge of mat, spin onto back toes and twist to your left. Usually leave the word easy out of the name for this twisting warrior variation. Because I find in the context of yoga, there's nothing easy. But use this shape right now to find some ease for your breath. Lots of space between right hand, left foot, so there's room for your chest to move as it fills up with breath. And the more you fill up with breath in the lung space, the lighter you will feel in the upper body, taking weight off the shoulder, putting it back on your legs where it belongs. Wide angled forward fold. Fancy transition is bringing left hand down, walking hands right as your toes turn into parallel. This time, if yoga toe lock is available to you, index finger and middle finger hook the big toe with the palms facing each other. If that doesn't work for you, maybe put your hands on your legs. Inhale, straighten your arms, whatever shape you're in, heart forward, maybe head up. Exhale, draw yourself through your legs. Walk your hands back to front of mat to lower down onto your belly. Boat variations, next round. This time we'll straighten the legs behind you and have your hands under your shoulders. Hands might be off the earth, or you might want to keep them on the earth for extra support, but you're not pushing. Reach your tail back, long, strong legs. Inhale, lift everything up. Lift shoulders, lift legs, maybe lift the hands. You can experiment for yourself what it feels like with hands down, hands up. Exhale, soften down, almost all the way down. Then inhale, lift up again. Draw the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows back, reach your legs back. Exhale, soften down. One more time. Inhale, lift up. This time, 2, put your hands on the ground and pull the mat towards you as if you're drawing yourself out of your low back. Reach the tail back some more. And exhale, lower down. Rest or down dog. Twisting lunge. Knee down lunge with your right foot forward. Setting up for twist, you might not step the right foot as far forward as you did for your hip opening lunges. Maybe back it up a little bit so your spine starts out straight. And then you twist it over to the right, left elbow on or across right thigh. Hamstring stretches. Exhale, hands down, moving back either into half splits, where your hips stay high over the back knee. Or some of you will come to sit, maybe on the left foot or behind the left foot for a seated forward fold. Especially if you're sitting, you'll have to engage the core a lot to come back into lunge, runner's lunge as a transition into warrior 3. Springing off the back foot, shifting your weight forward onto right foot. Activate the left foot, whether you choose to flex it or point it, whatever puts some energy, reaching the left foot back. Pull your belly and ribs in. In fact, I find this helpful. Bring one or both hands onto your ribs and feel them soften back into your body. That will connect you to your core. And keep that if you want to change arm positions. Your choice of transition, downward dog or step forward, fold. If your arms would like a break. Full vinyasas are welcome. Knee down lunge, left foot forward. So if you're in forward fold, you'll step your right foot back. Inhale, reach the right arm forward or up. Exhale, hook it on or across the left thigh. So you can roll the shoulder blades back a little bit. Maybe you can keep the gaze low, but maybe shift your eyes forward to something in front of you so you feel your heart collarbones start to open up. Hamstring stretch. Hands down, shifting back into half splits, or sitting all the way back into a seated forward fold. Warrior 3. Work your way, use your core to work your way into runner's lunge. Wake it up here. And then from there, keep walking your hands or blocks forward to shift your weight onto left leg, turn on the right leg. And yet this pose is all core and butt. So if you're not sure how to engage that, it's okay to use your hands. You can touch. Bring a kinesthetic awareness to your own body. Next place we'll meet is tabletop. So same cues for transition. You can make your way back to down dog, or you can lower the foot down into a fold. You can take a full chaturanga up dog if you want. And coming back into tabletop. Let's pick up the right foot and cross your ankle over the left. Firm up your core, pull your belly in, reach back with your left hand to take your right foot. You can hold foot or ankle and start to pick it up behind you. Let's see if you can pick your right knee off the mat, Doreen. Does it move back? Yeah. Find that core you found in Warrior 3. Find your breath. Exhale, slowly come down the way you came in. Knee down, release the foot. Wag your tail if you like. And with your left knee on the mat, picking left foot up, crossing it over the right so you can reach back and catch it with your right hand. And from there, lifting your knee up behind you, leg drawing your right shoulder open. If you feel pinch and low back, pull your belly in more, lengthen tail back. Exhale, knee down, release your foot. Downward facing dog or cat-cow where you are. Crescent lunge. Step the right foot forward into your runner's lunge, staying on the back toes. If you prefer to set back knee down, that's fine. Start with hands on front thigh. Take hold of your right thigh bone and find that traction. Draw your thigh bone forward. Make space for your tail to drop straight down. Hands might stay there with your elbows, shoulders back. Or put your hands on your hips, maybe towards back of hips to help. Guide your tail down as you breathe your rib and heart up. Option, keep your hands in either of those places or interlace them behind your back. Keep breathing the chest up, the rib cage up as you squeeze shoulders. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your hips up a little bit, transitioning into Warrior 2. With back knees down, you'll come into runner's lunge to transition. Yep, standing in Warrior 2 now. For reverse warrior. Inhale, reach back a little. Exhale, right arm up. Feel for really opening the right hip, leaning away from it, even as you bend the right knee deeply. Pigeon. Bring your hands back to the mat by your right foot so you can lower right shin down. If belly down pigeon is safe for you, then left leg stays turned under, knee under, as you scooch it back. And take at least one breath, if not several breaths, in the more upright shape. And then find that breath in your heart, so when you start to come forward, you can keep lengthening chest, ribs, out from hips, making a lot of space in this pose. Those of you who chose not to do the belly down shape, hopefully came onto your back for any variation of pigeon on the back, figure 4, or holding your flexed right foot with your left foot down. It's okay for you to close your eyes. This is a great one to do with eyes closed as you send your breath to see what's inside. Transitioning however you like. Maybe you work your way back into down dog. Maybe just take a moment to straighten your right leg behind you before we set up our crescent lunge with the other leg forward. Maybe here we're starting that again. Maybe your breath got short. Keep it long and slow. What we think is going to happen is always so much more intense than what happens. Make your way into runner's lunge, left foot forward. Again, option to tuck back toes and leave left foot on the ground, left knee on the ground, that's fine. Or open up the back hip. Hands can take hold of left thigh and draw it forward. Lift your low belly up from the space you're creating. Option to keep hands where they are and work the shoulders, elbows back, or bring your hands to your hips to guide the sacrum down. As you lift the rib cage up and draw the shoulders, elbows back and down. And option, either leave the hands where they are or return them to thigh, or interlace hands and keep getting taller and taller through the spine as you get grounded through the legs. Warrior two, bring hands to heart center. Lift your hips a little so you can transition. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can simply stand up and come into warrior two. Inhale, reach back with right hand. Exhale, reverse warrior. Pigeon. Hands back down by left foot so you can lower left shin down. Or if there's an easier way for you to get into that pose, or to find your way onto your back. And if you did it on side one, stay upright for a couple breaths in side two. Maybe your hips don't drop down so far yet as you work on lengthening and ballooning the heart with your breath. And then when you're ready to come down, keep that space you've created, heart forward, scooch right leg back. And snuggle into maybe a new place you haven't felt before. Pigeons on the back. You can be very still, also breathing into what you're feeling in left hip. I find as we start to investigate the deeper, darker places, the mind will want to be pulled away. So if you need to move around or rock to keep yourself with your body or turn up your breath, use all the tools we've been practicing. One more slow breath. Finding your way into either downward dog, or next place we're heading is relaxation. So if you simply want to roll onto your back, do any twists or happy babies. Take maybe 8 breaths of free playtime to start to wind your way down. If you go right into your head trying to figure out what to do, pause. Soften, take a breath in, and your body will cue you. Now I'll talk us through another stage of the Viloma Pranayama, or opening pranayama. Once you're settled into your resting position, it can be very helpful to have something underneath your head. So your chin is slightly down in a throat lock, naturally, effortlessly. Of course, if you're dropping in for long relaxation, I won't be offended if you turn your computer off, tune me out. Stage 2 of the Viloma Pranayama will be essentially the reverse of what we did. We'll take a 5 count slow ujjayi breath in, nice and smooth. Hold it for 5. And then exhale in 5 little sips. Out, root lock. Out and squeeze. Out and squeeze. Out and squeeze. Out and squeeze. Relax and breathe in slow. Hold, engage your root lock. Little sips of breath out, out, and squeeze. Continue for up to 3 more rounds. Slow breath in, holding, and out for 5 little sips. And if you haven't already, let go of the breath completely. Continue to rest if you like, or take a deep breath in. And sigh it or moan it out your mouth. If the stretch sounds appealing, reach the arms up overhead and stretch and yawn, stretching your face, your jaw. I recommend rolling over onto your side to ease your way up to sitting. If there's a more pain-free, ease-driven way for you to come up, you follow that. Those of us sitting will meet with our palms pressed, the thumbs against the sternum, lifting heart. Bow your head to your heart. Feel it beat. May the fruits of our practice benefit not only us, but all of our relations. Namaste.